When you cast your vote, it doesn't just disappear into a ballot box. It begins a journey, one that ends in headlines, breaking news alerts, and debates across the country. Every 4 years, the United States does something both ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary because it's just people marking boxes on paper. Extraordinary because those marks can change the course of history.
What I want to say is this: you are not alone. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything to deserve being bullied. And there is a whole world waiting for you, filled with possibilities. There are people out there who love you and care about you just the way you are. And so, if you ever feel like because of bullying, because of what people are saying, that you're getting down on yourself, you've got to make sure to reach out to people you trust.
Most Americans know when Election Day is, the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. But few know why. This odd scheduling choice dates back to the 1800s, when farmers needed time to travel to polling places without disrupting Sunday worship or Wednesday market days. And the election itself, it's not just a single day. It's the finale of a year-long political marathon. Primary season, debates, rallies, all of it builds to this one decisive Tuesday. The rules? A mix of centuries-old traditions and ever-evolving state laws, making each election not one national vote.
It's either going to be him or me sitting in the Oval Office.
The stakes couldn't be higher. The choice couldn't be clearer.
We have an opportunity in this election to finally turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump.
So let's get out there and vote for a candidate of change. Let's get Donald J. Trump back in the White House.
So with your vote on Tuesday, we're going to fire Kamala and we are going to save America.
And make no mistake, we will win.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out. Get out. You're fired.
But 50 separate state elections, happening at once. Back then, voting often meant walking for miles to a courthouse or town hall. Today it might mean standing in line at a school gym, mailing a ballot, or even voting early weeks before November. The tools have changed, from handwritten ballots to touchscreens, but the principle hasn't. Citizens choosing the leaders who will shape the next 4 years. Here's where things get tricky. Most countries count votes directly to decide a winner. The US? Not so simple. Instead, it uses the Electoral College, a system designed in 1787 that turns 538 electors into the real decision makers. When you vote for president, you're technically voting for a slate of electors pledged to your candidate. Each state gets a number of electors equal to its members in Congress, meaning big states like California have 55 votes, while smaller states like Wyoming have just 3. This creates a strange phenomenon. It's possible to win the popular vote, more total votes nationwide, but still lose the election, as happened in 2000 and 2016. And it's why candidates focus heavily on swing states, places where a handful of votes can flip those crucial electoral points. Election night is part drama, part sport, part national ritual. News anchors speak in rapid-fire bursts, analysts scribble on giant touchscreens, and every minute brings a new projection. In living rooms across America, families watch county maps slowly change color, red for Republicans, blue for Democrats. A single flip in Florida or Pennsylvania can make millions hold their breath. It's not just numbers, it's the story of the country unfolding in real time. And for candidates, the stakes are enormous. Years of campaigning, billions in donations, and thousands of speeches all come down to a single moment when one candidate concedes and another delivers a victory speech.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible...
The emotional whiplash, From the roar of celebration in one city to the quiet tears in another, is unlike anything else in American politics. The U.S. election doesn't just decide who will sit in the Oval Office. It sets the tone for global politics, the economy, and even cultural debates. In a world where social media can amplify a single moment to billions, leadership choices ripple across borders instantly. Domestically, the presidency influences laws on healthcare, education, climate, and foreign policy. Internationally, allies and rivals watch closely, adjusting trade deals, military alliances, and diplomatic strategies based on who wins. In other words, the vote cast in a small Midwestern town can echo in capitals around the world. The U.S. election is more than politics. It's a living tradition, a test of unity, patience, and belief in the power of one voice. Every vote tells a story, and together, those stories decide the future. So when the next election day comes, remember, the most powerful tool in a democracy isn't the microphone or the stage. It's the ballot.